Welcome to New York Yankee Baseball. Hello, everybody. Sports Time Machine doing a video today. Internet having some issues tonight, so I'm going to bump up a recording tonight on a game. You are looking at a very interesting project. We are going to be doing 48 years in the making. It's going to be New York Yankee Baseball 1978 to the day. We will see if this New York Yankee team can do what they did to the Red Sox in '78 and catch them and win the pennant, or will they win the pennant outright and Billy Martin maybe won't lose his job? Tonight we are at April 21st, exact date, 48 years later. So we're in 1978, we're in 4/21/2026, as it's the 4-8 Milwaukee Brewers take on the 8-3 New York Yankees. During these first 11 games I've actually played these all cards and dice. So we'll be rolling the actual dice on the camera and actually playing with the cards by basically doing manual entry. Here's your Brewer lineup. It'll be Mauldin, Money, Cooper, Heisel, Ogilvie, Bando, Thomas, Wolford, and Martinez. For the Yankees, Randolph, Rivers, Munson, Jackson, Piniella, Chambliss, Cliff Johnson at DH, Greg Nettles, and Bucky Dent. On the mound for the Brewers, Jerry Augustine. On the mound for the New York Yankees, Ed Figueroa. I've actually not looked at the stats of any of our players that kind of played really fast and really quick. So this will be the first time I'll be giving stats and kind of talking about this team. So let's go ahead. Yankees take the field. It's Piniella, Rivers, Jackson. Then it's Nettles, Dent, Randolph, Chambliss, Munson behind the plate, and Ed Figueroa on the mound. He's 2-0, 3.55 ERA, 11 hits over 13 innings, 7 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Mauldin leads off. He's hitting 295 with a home run. Figueroa with the first pitch. And we are underway at the stadium. First pitch. 5-8 is going to be a fly ball in the left field. That will be Lou Piniella making the first catch of the ball game. He makes the catch and there's one away. Here is Don Money hitting 185, 2 home runs, 6 runs back then. Money is going to be a base hit for Money on the 2-8. So Money is on. The Brewers will be led by the computer. The Yankees, I will be playing hand in hand. And they've been stealing a lot of bases on this Yankee team, so I have to gotta be careful about that. Let's see what the Brewers do. Here's Cooper. Cooper hitting 320, no homers, 5 runs batted in. So here's Cooper. And 111, that ball could be gone deep to right field. It is way back right field. And you can put it on the board. It's a home run. So Cecil Cooper hits a 2-run home run in the very first inning, and the Brewers take a 2-0 lead. So now here's Larry Heisel. So Figueroa gives up a bomb right off the bat. Here is the pitch to Heisel, and that's a pop up to second. Randolph is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. So 2 outs here in the first brings up the designated hitter, Benjamin Ogilvie, hitting 414, 29 at bats, 2 doubles, a triple, home run, and 8 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-8 popped up. Chambliss is there, makes the catch, and the Brewers are done. 2 runs on 2 hits, home run by Cooper. 1/2 inning of play. Brewers 2. Here come the Yanks. Jerry Augustine, 2 starts, 1.11 ERA. He's pitched 12 innings. He's pitched 24 innings and 2 starts, 10 hits, 8 walks, and 6 strikeouts. He probably had some other. Let's see if he's had any other outings on the season. At 212 start. Well, let's check out Jerry and see what he's up to. So Jerry Augustine's been in 3 games. He's gone 9, 9, and 6. So 1 no decision and 2 complete games. And he'll pitch to Randolph, Rivers, and Munson here in the top of the first inning. And we're ready to go. It's going to be a 4-9 pop up to short. That will be Mauldin comes in, makes the catch, and that's the first out. And that's the right at him off a 4 E52. playing for Yount, and that's not a good sign. Here's Mickey Rivers. Rivers hitting. Let's see if we can get Rivers' stats back on the table. Mickey Rivers on the season hitting 255, 2 RBIs. The Yankee team has not been pitching their ways out of this. Ground ball to second. That is Money makes the play, and there's 2 outs. And here's the catcher, Thurman Munson. 222, 2 RBIs, 45 at bats. Here's the pitch, though, from Augustine, a 5-3. Ground ball down to Cooper. Cooper is fielding for 222. Let's see if he comes to play, and he does. He tires the side. 3 up, 3 down. There goes the Yanks. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. We head to the top of the second. Here's the captain, Sal Bando, hitting 179, 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Sal. 5-10 is going to be a ballpark single, only on a 1. It's a 12, and that's the catch made. It's a average evening in the Bronx. Ballpark singles are a 1. Home runs to lefties are 1-15. Home runs to righties are 1-8. Here's Carmen Thomas. Thomas will bat, and the pitch. That's going to be a 2-6 and struck him out. So Eddie Figueroa gets a strikeout. That's a big strikeout. 2 outs there, and now he'll pitch to Jimmy Wolford. He's 2 for 4 on the season. He's had very limited pitch to Jimmy. 3-7. That's a base hit for Wolford, so he'll get a big hit here. And that will be a long single for Jim Wolford. So Wolford is now 3 for 5. So now here's Buck Martinez. Martinez hitting 333, a double. 3 batted him. Roll it from the Strat. Here's the pitch to Buck. 5-8, fly ball left field. Catch is made by Piniella. Makes the catch. And an 8.5 in the books is Milwaukee 2, Yanks nothing. The Yanks will send up Jackson, Piniella, Chambliss. Jackson hitting 302, 2 homers, 9 RBIs. That kind of doesn't surprise. Here's the pitch to Reggie. 3-8 base hit Jackson. So he continues his hot hitting even against the left. He's smacked him in the right field, and he's on base. And now here is Lou Piniella hitting 296, a home run. It was a big one. It got to win on opening day on a walk-off fashion. RBI. Wood was pitching his ass out and almost threw a no-hitter that afternoon against me. Here's the pitch to Lou, 3-8, and that's a ground ball to third. That is an easy double play ball, though. Vando's got it. He's going to go to Money. To Cooper gets 2 for the price of 1 in a double play. Here's Chris Chambliss hitting 244. No home run, 3 runs batted out. Pitch Chambliss, 3-3 is a walk, and Chambliss is a base runner with 2 outs. Let's see what the Yanks do. Now bring up Big Cliff Johnson hitting 208. No home runs, 1 RBI. He's getting a bunch of starts lately with lefties and the lefties against them. Augustine from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a line drive. That could be a base hit. 4-6, 6-1-18. It's a 14. Base hit with Johnson. Chambliss goes to second, and the Yankees have a little bit of a chance. Here's Nettles hitting 333, 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. Always a good Strat player for me. We need Greg to come through in a big way. Here's the pitch from Augustine. Pitch. 2-5 struck him out, and Augustine has a K. Yankee strand 2, we played 2. 2-0 Brewers here in the third. And this is April 21st, 1978. We're playing this game on April 21st, 2026. 48 years later, replay. Top of the third. Again, it's all cards and dice. Literally, playing with the card image using a roller. Paul Mahler, the batter, 289. Of course, we're still playing our greatest teams we play, so don't be sad. That will still be played on a regular basis, but these games will be thrown in. So here's the pitch to Mahler. Mahler with the swing. That's a base at left field for Paul, and we know he's got speed. That'll be a tough spot. No, Figueroa and Munson's got to work something out here. Let's see. And he's going to attempt to steal, and he does. Here comes the throw. Second, not in time. Stolen base for Mahler. Mahler steals second. They've been doing that to the Yankees a lot. Now here's Money. Money to swing. 5-5, and that's going to rope the left field. That's going to go up against the wall. That's not over. Mahler scored without a problem. Money in the second, and the Brewers take a 3-0 lead. And now here's Cecil Cooper, 1-for-1 with a long home run. Figueroa the stretch in the pitch. 6-8, and that will be a pop up to short. Dent waits, makes the catch. Now big out here. Money still at second base. Brewers lead 3-0. Out hitting the Yanks 5-2. Here's Larry Heisel. Figueroa from the stretch and the pitch. And that'll be a 6-6 base hit. That is a shot to right field. RBI Larry Heisel. That'll score money, and the Brewers take a 4-0 lead. The Brewers coming out hitting here in the top of the third. Here's Ben Ogilvy. Runner on first and 1 out for Benjamin. Yankee bullpen starts to get loose. Here's the pitch to Ogilvy. 5-5-10 is a walk, and boy, Figueroa has not gotten anything over the plate. First and second one out. Fowler will come out and talk to Figueroa, and Billy Martin not happy with the festivities. We'll have to see who's going to be available in this bullpen. I was going to say maybe Tidrow, but looks like he's still in my rotation. Eastwood can give me 25 innings and a 3, or it's the old Ken Clay machine, and he has just not looked good. He's gotten beat up a lot. So Clay is up throwing. Here's Bando, first and second, 1 out. Munson puts down the sign. Figueroa from the stretch. Pitch. That'll be a 6-6 and a base hit. Boy, they are seeing everything and hit right. Heisel will score from second. Ogilvy will go to third. Brewers lead 5-0, and things have gone bad to worse here in the Bronx. 5-0 with 1 out in the third. Here's Gorman Thomas. Stormin Gorman struck out his first time up. Yankees will play the trying to get 2 on Thomas. Munson sets the target. Figueroa from the stretch, and here is the pitch. And that will be another shot. That is a holy smoke. That is another shot deep to left field. That's going to go down the line. Ogilvy will score. And they are, who am I playing? Oh, let's see here. Let's hold. Bando will hold. Holy cow. Let's see. Oh, Yankees are okay. I gotta put the Yankees on. I Yankees on. Almost. I already got Figueroa that game. Another RBI double for Gorman Thomas, and it's 6-0 Milwaukee with 1 out here in the third. Another ringing double by Gorman. Second and third, 1 out. Wolford the swing. Figueroa, is he going to be out of this or not? Let's see, a righty, 4 righties coming up. Mostly a righty hitting lineup, and here comes Billy Martin. He's going to pull the trigger, and he's going to give him the hook. So Ken Clay will come on out. Goodbye, Ed Figueroa. He is done for the day, and he is done. Clay on the year, 7.71 ERA, 5 innings of work, 7 hits, a walk, 2 Ks. And he's been hit hard. Pitches well against righties. Against lefties, he can get torched up. Munson sets the target. Clay from the stretch. And what? They're going to pitch to Wolford in this pitch. Ground ball to second was the infield. Let's see. If not, for the run Randolph, the Chambliss scores the run, and that is a 5-run third inning, and the Brewers lead 7-0. So a ground ball to second gets the next runner here. Here's Buck Martinez. 2 outs. Runner on third. 5 in. Munson sets. Clay from the stretch pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball set. Good thing I got Figueroa out. That's the role they're hitting. Center field Rivers makes a catch, and the Brewers end up with a 5 spot in the third. 7-0 Milwaukee. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Dent Randolph Rivers to bat for the Yanks. 48 years replay. Yankees playing this one on 4/21 of 1978. The day today is April 21st, 2026. Augustine looks in now, has a 7-run lead. Will pitch to Dent, his first at bat of the day. That's what's scary. Here's the pitch to Bucky. 2-4 a line drive to first base. Cooper's out number 1. Now bring up Billy Randolph. Randolph hitting 279, a double, a triple, homer, and 4 runs batted in. We didn't give those numbers earlier. We thought we'd give those to you. 1-5, struck him out, ran off on a strikeout. Very Augustine got a good pitch. That's 2 out. Here's Rivers. He's 0 for 1. Again, the Yankee team not hitting well. Augustine windup and the pitch. That's a 2-10. That could be in the gap. That's going to be trouble. And it's all the way to the wall. Rivers loses the head on a second. He's going to go third. Here comes the third. Rivers comes up standing. A 2-out triple for the Mick. So Mickey Rivers on at third with 2 outs. So here's Munson. Munson used a big hit. 1-8, unless he robbed the base hit. That should be a 1-6. Teams at 11 base. Munson, 4 Rivers, and the Yankees are on the board. 7-1. Here's Reggie Jackson. Good opportunity to do something. Here's the pitch to Reggie. And that's going to be a ground ball to Augustine. Let's see what kind of defensive rate is. He is a 2 0. We have a break. Throws and now retires aside. Yankees get 1 back. We played 3 in the Bronx. It's 7-1 Brewers on the night of April 21st, 1978. Top of the 4th. And here is Paul Mahler, 1 for 2 with the run scored. Here's pitch Mahler. Mahler is 1 for 2. That is going to be a 6-6 pop to sack. As I said, this Brewer team is a lot of right-handed hitters. Clay should pitch to them really well in spots. It's the people like Cooper really going to drive him crazy. 2-2 and a double. Clay, the windup and the pitch. 6-9 in. That doesn't matter. That is hit hard. That's going to be the third ball game for Don Money. That's a 6. That's a double. Don Money is a double of the day. Piniella can't get it. Money in the second with his 3rd hit. Here's Cooper. This is going to be a dangerous situation. Here's 3-7 ground ball to the 3rd. Good play by Nettles. Hill was money back. Double at the 1st. And there is 2 outs. So now here is Larry Heisel. 1 for 2 with the ribby. Play from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit for Heisel. That could score the run. It will. Money around 3rd scores. RBI Heisel and the Brewers take an 8-1 lead. So the Brewers get the run right back. And now here's Ben Ogilvy. Munson sets. Clay from the stretch and the pitch. That's going to be a 6-8 fly ball center field. Mickey Rivers on the play. He'll make the catch. And the side should be tired. That's going to be Jackson. Jackson with the catch for the Brewers. And 1. It's 8-1 Brewers. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's going to be Piniella, Chambliss, and Cliff Johnson the bat here in the bottom of the 4th. Martinez sets. Jerry Augustine in for his 4th inning of work. Here's the pitch to Piniella. That's going to be a ballpark single on the 1. That's a 16. That's a line drive. The Paul Mahler for round number 1. So now here is Chris Chambliss. Has gotten up with the walk. Here's the pitch. The pitch is a ground ball to short. We know that could be a problem. That's it. Mahler. He's a 4-52. To his left. Does he come up? He makes the play. What a play by Mahler. 2 outs. He's a great athlete. He makes a fantastic play. Here's Cliff Johnson now with 2 outs. And Cliff Johnson grounds ball to 3rd. That's it out captain Sal Bando. He played and we played 4 in New York. In the Bronx, it's 8-1 Brewers. We hit the 5th. 8-10-0 for Milwaukee. 1-4-0 for the Bombers. Top of the 5th here, 1978. 4/21, 1978. The Yankees American Major League Baseball replay. As we are playing this one completely cards and dice. So this is the first one we're actually showing on camera. All these other 11 games prior were just kind of done watching other YouTube videos, watching games, stuff like that, just getting them in, trying to get to this day in history. As we got to today's date, there was no game yesterday, but here's the first one where we're going to play today on 4/21. Here's Bando against Clay. Clay and the pitch. 3-9 is a ground ball, a short. That is going to be hit at dead. Dead with the play. Throws him out easy enough. 1 away in the 5th. And here's Tormund Thomas. Thomas a swing. Here's a pitch to Gorman, and that's a strikeout on the inside corner. Clay with a big K. Strikeout for Ken Clay right there. That's his first of the game. 2 outs in the 5th for Jimmy Wolford. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Clay with the wind and the pitch. That's going to be a line drive. Right. I believe it is a fantastic play. And that will be the last of the 5th. For official in the Bronx, it's Milwaukee 8 and New York 1. So here's Nettles, followed by Dent and Randolph. Martinez puts the sign down. Jerry Augustine looks in lefty-lefty matchup. Here's a pitch to Nettles. Nettles on a 2-5 struck him out. Big strikeout for Jerry Augustine. Jerry Augustine working on his 3rd win of the year. Bucky at the short. Here's the pitch to Bucky. 5-7 ground ball to second. Again, not great up the middle defense. Let's see if they can get it. Money is play. He throws it. No, does not. That's an infield hit. He stopped it. No throw, and Dent beats out. So Dent's on an infield hit. Let's see if they can do something with it. Here's Randolph. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. 4-10 is a catch. Axe on Martinez. Buck Martinez is a 2E10. Let's see what he does with this. And he gets it on the pop-up. 2 outs, and here's Rivers. 1 for 2 with triple. Mickey on a 4-5 fly ball left field. That's hit directly at Jimmy Wolford. Wolford will make and the side is retired. We're halfway through the Bronx. It's 8-1 Brewers. Here's Martinez, Molitor, and Money back from Milwaukee here in the 6th. Clay staying out there has stopped the bleeding from Ed Figueroa's start. Munson will set the target. Clay with the windup and pitch the Buck. It's a 4-8 and a base hit for Buck Martinez. His first hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 3. He's hit number 11 for the Brew Crew. Here is Motor. 1 for 3. From the set is Clay. Goes to his belt and pitch. That's going to be a 1-5 line drive. Shortstop right. Will hit back and there's 1 out. 1 here is Money. 3 for 3. Couple doubles. From the stretch is Clay. Looks back. Here's the pitch. That's 3-7 fly ball in the center field. That is Rivers. He'll come in under it and they'll retire Don Money for the first time. That's 2 outs here in the 6th. And brings up Cooper, who had the first big hit of the ball game, a 2-run homer back in the 1st inning. Clay from the stretch and the pitch. 2-10, and that ball is going to be a ballpark single again. 5% chance on 1. The roll is a 5. It's a line drive hit at Randolph. Makes the play, and the Brewers are done. No runs ahead. 1 left. Bottom of the 6th. It's 8-1 Milwaukee. So Munson, Jackson, Pinella, the bat against Augustine. Here in the 6th, Augustine still looking strong. 5 hits through 5 innings. Martinez sets the target. Augustine with the pitch to Munson. Munson is a strikeout for Thurman. Struck him out. Augustine another strikeout, a whiff. And that was his 4th of the day. He's had 5 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts so far of this afternoon or this evening. Jackson steps up, left-handed hitter, 1 for 2. Martinez sets the target. Augustine with 1-7. Jackson down on strikes. That's 2 strikeouts in the inning for Jerry Augustine. Augustine now has 5. Here's Pinella. Over 2. Pinella looks in. Lefty-righty matchup. Augustine with the windup and the pitch. That'll be a 4-6. That should be a base hit unless a fantastic play is made. 1-18 on a single. Gets the 13 and Pinella. It's 1-3. Gets a big hit. They can get something started. 2 out rally for Chambliss. 0 for 1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Augustine from the stretch and the pitch. 3-5 base hit Chambliss. That's a big hit. That will send Pinella all the way to 3rd. And the Yankees have a little 2-out rally brewing. But now here is Big Cliff Johnson. He 1 for 2 in the ball game. Martinez goes out and talks to Jerry. Jerry now working from the stretch. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Big pitch to Heathcliff Johnson and the pitch. That'll be a 4-8, and that's a big base hit for Cliff Johnson. Puts it in the gap. Double on the second, gets the 18 instead. Long single in the gap. Hill scores. And will go to third, and it is 8-2, and that might be all, as Buck Rogers will be watching this one. He might come out with the hook to get Augustine out of here. So they got the Augustine in the sixth. We'll see who he goes with Greg Nettles, the batter. He comes out now. He waits for a bullpen, and it will be Andy Rapology. So Andy Rapology, a righty, 0-1, 9.38 ERA. Yankees are going, oh goody. He could be a guy they would love to smash around. He's a right-handed pitcher, but he pitches real well to lefties. So the guy they have in there to get Nettles out. He's 0 for 2 so far. Martinez sets the target. Rapology from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to be up short. We know problems can happen. That hit at Moore for E52. And he makes the play. What a play by Moore. Yankees get one. They strand two. It's 8-2 Brewers. We head to the seventh. It is 8-11-0 for the Yanks and 2-8-0 for the 8-11-0 for the Brewers, 2-8-0 for the Yanks. Top of the seventh. Heisel will swing followed by and Bando against Clay. Clay with the windup and the pitch. 5-7 ground ball, second base. What an outing for Randolph. Save the Yankees bullpen. Randolph picks up, throws him, and there's one quick out. Here's Oakley, 0 for 2 with the run score. Here's the pitch. 5-8 is a single only on a 1. That is an 11. That's not a hit. That's a line drive back to Randolph. And there's 2 quick out. There'll be a 5 on the left. There's a foul ball. Oakley, line drive to Randolph, and there's 2 outs. Here's Sal Bando, 1 for 3 with the Rudy. From windup, here's the pitch. 1-11, again, a ballpark single, rolls the 19. That is going to be a line drive hit at Bennett, and that is it. 7th inning stretch here in the Bronx. It's 8-2 Brewers. So it's 8-2 Brewers, bottom of the 7th. Andy Rapology still in for the Brew Crew. And now it's going to be Dent, Randolph, and Rivers to bat. Martinez puts down the sign. Rapology with the wind and pitch to Dent. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Hit at Mahler. For one here in the 7th. And now will be Willie Randolph's turn. Randolph sets in. Rapology from the windup and the pitch. Randolph 0 for 3 so far, and that's going to be a base hit, just like Ken Clay's card. A loaded 4-com with hits. Goes up the middle for a base hit. Randolph first. Here comes Yanks. Rivers 1 for 3 with a triple. Rapology from the stretch. Runner on first now, 1 out, and pitch to Rivers. 4-4. He's got to make a mistake sooner or later. That hit the shortstop. Again, how many times have to say this ball? River 4-52. He comes up the middle. Does he come up with this one? No, he does not go for a base hit. Randolph will go first to third, and the Yankees have 2 on and 1 out with a chance. Here's Munson, 1 for 3 at the RBI. Now the Brewers out hitting the Yanks 11-10, but hold an 8-2 advantage. Martinez sets the target. Rapology from the stretch and the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Oh, no, that should be a double play. Infield is back. Mulder, Money, Cooper for the double play. Double play ends the inning, wipes out the base runners. We played 7. It's 8-2 Brewers. And Ken Clay, who has done an absolute masterful job, on 4 2/3, giving up only 3 hits, 1 run, and it's earned. Munson puts down the target. Clay with the wide pitch. That will be a strikeout. Big strikeout for Ken Clay. And boy, Billy Martin has to be happy there. And now Ken Clay has shown signs of fatigue, and the Yankees may have to go get him. Munson sets. Eastwick up in the Yankee bullpen. Clay with a windup and pitch to Jimmy Wolford. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. That will be the second out. Dent will field it over to Chambliss, and there's 2 outs. And here's Buck Martinez, right-handed hitter. Clay looks in with the windup and the pitch. That's a 6-7 base hit. That will be a fatigue hit, and that should do it. Come on now, ball it up. Here Billy kicks the ball from him. What a job Ted Clay has done. He'll go to Eastwick, a veteran from the Cincinnati Reds. Eastwick on the year has won 1 work, 1 hit, 1 walk. That has been it. So limited duty. Eastwick from the stretch just needs to finish things here. Here's the pitch. 2-5 ground ball to short. So Eastwick will get this easy out. Get the Randolph mix play. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is Milwaukee 8 and New York 2 as Andy Rapology stays in there for the Brewers. Jackson Pinella Chambliss the bat. Martinez puts down the target. Andy Rapology to Reggie. And swing. That'll be a 1-6. Struck him out. Jackson down on strike. 1 out for Reggie. And now here is Pinella. He 1 for 3 with the run scored. Rapology, a right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch with 1 away. 3-8 ground ball to third. That's hit at Bando. He's got it. Easy throw across the diamond to Cooper for out number 2. So 2 quick outs in the 8th. Here's Chambliss 1 for 2 with a walk. Standing batting left-handed against Rapology with line and pitch. 3-7 fly ball center field. Gorman Thomas with the play. Thomas underneath makes the catch. And yes, decided retired. We head to the visiting 9th. Milwaukee 8, New York 2. 8-12-0 for the Brewers. 2-10-0 for the Yankees. Don Money 3 for 4 and 2 doubles will bat against Eastwick here in the 9th. Eastwick with the windup and the pitch. 2-8 and a base hit for Don Money. He has 4 hits in the ball game. 4 hits for Don Money. So now here's Coop. Runner on first and nobody on. Money was trying to steal up by 6 runs. Oh my goodness. Eastwick from the stretch into the pitch. That's going to be a 4-7 base hit center field. I'll put 2 on and nobody out. Now, 2 on. What are they going to do? Heisel 2 for 4 and 2 RBIs. Oh, Heisel bunted. Are you kidding me? So Larry Heisel lays down a bunt, something you probably will never see. Up 6 runs, looking to manufacture one here in the 9th. Second and third, 1 out for Ben Ogilvy. Ogilvy up with Benko on deck. From the stretch, East and the pitch. 3-4-5 ball center field. Let's see if it's going to be deep enough. That's going to be the River. That'll be a 115 for Money. He's going to make a throw. Here's the throw. Let's see. The throw home is safe. And the Brewers basically manufacture a run. They lead it 9-2 with 2 outs. And here is Sal Bando, the bat. 3-10 ground ball to third. Nettles has got it. Throws a strike to Chambliss. And the side retired, but the Brewers tack on 1 in the 9th. 9-2 Brewers. We head to the last licks here in the Bronx. 9-14-0 for Milwaukee. 2-10-0 for the Yanks. Cliff Johnson, Nettles, and Dent the bat against Rapology, and the Yankees will probably go to their bench with the right-handed pitcher on the mound. They'll go to Jim Spencer here, who usually does the other pitching from the left-hand side of the plate. Spencer so far hitting 188, 1 home run, 4 ribbies. Rapology looks in, and the pitch to Spencer. 1-6, ground ball to first. Cooper takes the bag himself, and he does for out number 1. So now here is Nettles. Nettles over 3 ball game. Here is the pitch. Nettles 4-11's hit up the middle. Rapology, he stops it. He's a 4-27. This could be a little more difficult. Makes the play, and there's 2 outs. How about that? What a play there. 2 outs. There's Bucky, and last chance for the Yankees. Down by 7 here. being out hit 14-10. The Brewer 5-run third inning was basically the ball game. The pitch to Dent is a line drive to second, snagged by Don, who is probably your game MVP in the ball game, as we rewrite history 48 years later and start our replay exactly 48 years to the date. The date was different, but the actual calendar day is the same. Augustine wins it. He's 3-0. Brewers will now go to 5-8. Rapology gets a 3 1/3 big boy save, goes 2 hits. Ed Figueroa got mushed. 2 1/3, 8 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned, 1 walk, and a strikeout, gave up a home run. Clay goes 5 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. They basically saved the ball, and Clay went an inning and a third, 2 hits, 1 run. Well, that does it. The Yankees drop the 8-4. The Brewers go to 5-8. Look at your statistics real quick. On first place, the Red Sox of all teams are 9-3, just like they were in history. They're 1 game ahead of the Yanks, who were 5-7 at the same point. So we're about 3 games ahead of pace in this replay. The Red Sox are up by 1 game in that one. So the next day would probably be tomorrow. It will be April 22nd for tonight if we play it live, because we're still playing the greatest team Strat O Matic League. If that's not, we will show it to you somewhere on the channel in the highlight section or in commentary, or we'll show you somewhere and keep this kind of thing updated, because I will be playing this, quickly on a daily basis. So tomorrow's game is Mike Caldwell, a Yankee killer, versus Dick Tidrow. That is the next scheduled game on this thing. That is actually a weekend series. And then on Sunday, the Brewers will finish things off with the Yanks. It'll be Larry Sorensen against Catfish Hunter. So this can easily turn into a sweep of a weekend versus the Yanks. So it's hopefully they play better than they did tonight. But I want to thank everyone. Please, this is a little video, so please, if you do watch this, please like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff for me. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your evening. Thank you for being a part of this and watching this video. We'll talk to you later, as this is 1978, 48 years later in the making replay. The Yankees will play step by step, day by day of the 1978 season, as we've caught up with history with our April 21st, 1978 game, 48 years later, as we played the Brewers tonight, to stay caught up with history. Talk to you later, folks. Have a good rest of your evening.